Okay, we got this set up on the phone. I can read the chat as we come in. Let's open up a little Diet Coke here. Get nice and comfy. Cheers, guys. For the purposes of a sponsorship, this is a Pepsi. All right. So, welcome to the HYPERYOUTH production live stream. I am Joey Valence. I produced this entire album. I'm going to show you how I made it. We're going to start right off with HYPERYOUTH, which is the first track on the album. And I'm going to just like walk through a lot of the production techniques I use, like vocal processing, what's on the master, some mixing stuff, how to make some of the sounds, because I don't think that knowledge should be gate kept. And I want you to know sort of what's going on here. So if you have any questions, ask them, but I'm pretty much just going to be doing my thing. So yeah, it kind of just starts off with this chant of JVB.
But does growing up just change your body?
With like the BMO, this is directly taken out of the show of Adventure Time. I literally just like downloaded the episode and took the thing right out. And I wish I had the original, but something really cool that you can do in FL Studio is there's a sort of option to extract stems from a sample. So I literally just clicked on the episode, like the part where the dialogue was, and exported the vocals, and then it sort of just gave me this, and then put some delay on it.
Change your body? Or also
We just have Fruity Bank delay, or Fruity Delay Bank. All of the things that I use, most of the things I use here are stock, so plugins. This JVB is literally just taking straight from a concert that we had. Yeah, Punk Tactics at the end. So that's what's happening here. This is all like straight from a crowd. We got the dance bounce stuff here. Let's go right into the beat to show you what's going on here. This is all sort of sorted. We have this vocal sample here from Ice Cube. This is just a chopped up. Yeah, like I'm just gonna sort of review stuff and then actually show you what's going on here. But you can see like the straight layout, all the stuff is here. The drums are putting in so much work here. I don't do any MIDI on my drums. Everything is straight onto the like the arrangement here. Oh, that was so disgusting. I'm sorry. But yeah, so a lot of these drums here are just layered drums, and I really like putting them directly on the arrangement here because I have so much more control over, say, this kick drum here. If I want it to be there, it's now there. And then if I wanted to just turn it up, I can turn it right up in here. You know, we have just like a bunch of loops sort of putting in their work here. This kick is so loud. Like, I literally have it all the way turned up in the volume adjustment, and normally that wouldn't be allowed by a lot of people. A lot of mixing engineers and master people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I don't know, it sounds good. My master chain, I just have a Maximus, which is like a saturator and a limiter, a multi-band sort of compressor all in one, and it just like brings the certain levels down, but I'll get into that later. We have a ton of sampling happening on this. Almost all of the songs are just full-on samples. Yeah, that's so fire. This is actually from Cinema. Yeah, I just literally sampled that right from Cinema. And that's already just a vocal sample from a pack, so I didn't have to like give away anything for that. But
guess who's back, motherfucker?
And then that's me saying that. You can hear a bunch of takes of me.
Yo. Guess who's back,
Yeah, I'm just like messing up. And anyway, yeah, I recorded that in a hotel room, and then we just get right into the verses.
If your man talk with the kids about it, remember when Mac Miller went about it? I don't really think I just sacked about it.
And I'll start right away talking about the vocal processing that's happening. So this is obviously the first song in the record. A lot of these vocals have the same processing on it throughout the entire record, with the exception of a couple things, but I'm just sort of going to go down the list of what's on my processing chain. And a lot of this won't be the same for you, but I'll just let you know what works for me. This actually gate that's on here is not even it's like a failed Logan plug, failed loaded plugin. Not even supposed to be on there. Anyway, I'm fucking boosting shit right out the gate, guys. I'm like cutting some of the lows and getting some of the sharpness of our voice turned like all the way up. So I'll isolate the vocals here.
Pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember
Next,
when
we have
Mac
this
Miller
compressor on the vocal chain, MJU CJR. I use this compressor on all of our vocals. If you don't know what a compressor is, basically it takes all the not low frequencies, but like if you have a lot of dynamics in a sound, or specifically vocals here, it'll sort of squish them together and make them all the same volume. So that's what a compressor does. It brings up all the sort of lower volume things in your sound and brings them to the top. So next we just got some like more EQs, and again, this is all stock or free plugins that are just boosting some of the frequencies that are lost through compression or whatever. I'm like going really harsh on these highs here, but then I have a de-esser that sort of harshly takes out the and high frequencies in it, so I'm kind of boosting them and then taking them back down, and it gives it this like weird sort of
pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it.
over like distorted kind of sound. And then we have an imager on the vocals that sort of widen it a little bit. If you don't know what a widening is, or a widener is,
pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids
sort of hear
about
just
it.
the lyrics how they are there.
About it. I don't really think I
And then
just
this
about it. And
specific plugin, which is free, Ozone Imager, will just come in
if you're mad, talk with
and
the
really
kids
widen
about
those
it.
vocals.
Remember when Mac Miller writ about it? I don't really
And you
think
want to
I
kind
just
of use this pretty conservatively. Like, you don't want to widen your vocals too much in a mix. At least on the main sort of take here. And we don't do really a lot of multiple takes of stuff. Like, there's occasional ad-libs that are happening here.
Pissed about it.
But like I said, here's some ad-lib stuff. I'm not actually widening this. I'm just panning sort of the ad-libs. So normally with the ad-libs, you want to like pan them right and left. Instead of just widening those in the mix. So that's why I say to use an Ozone Imager or an Imager whatever, just pretty conservatively when you're sort of approaching vocals.
Kids pissed about it. Talk with the kids about it.
But it makes it nice and wide in the mix and doesn't let your vocals sort of be lost.
And now we on a
And that sits pretty nicely on top of all the drums here.
If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember when Mac Miller writ about it? I don't really think I just act about it. And now we on
a one more thing I'm gonna say about the vocals before I move on here.
Pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember when Mac Miller writ?
They are turned up so loud in the mixer. Like, I don't know what I'm doing mixing wise most of the time. I kind of just spread stuff out how I think it sounds good in my ears. And I'll play these vocals right here without any processing on them, so you can see sort of the process of what's going on. So here we have just the straight vocal take.
Pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the
Wow, I'm not even on the correct thing here. What am I doing? Here we go.
You're pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember when Mac
That's
Miller
turning everything
about
off on the vocals right
really
now.
think
So
I
you
just
can
sacked
see
about
they're pretty loud in the mix. They're turned up.
If you're mad,
the
talk
volume.
with the kids about it. Remember when
and then I sort of have an EQ here that's taking out the lows.
Pissed about it.
Right,
if
you
you're
can
mad,
already
talk
hear
with the kids about it. Remember
a
when
good little
Mac
change
Miller
in the
writ
sound.
about it.
Then
I
you
don't
got the
really think
compressor.
I just sacked about it. And now we on a world tour.
It really smushes
Why
it
you
together.
always
That's what
asking
this
me?
compressor's
Fuck the
doing.
nosebleeds, the floor's capacity.
I got it like, you know, pretty fucking fast and very much compressed. You can see what this compressor's doing.
You're pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember when Mac Miller writ about it? I don't really think I just sacked about it.
So let me put the makeup back down. So
you're pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember when Mac Miller writ about it?
You're like, oh, why is it so quiet? Now you use the makeup
and
sort
now
of
we on a
gain here.
world tour. Why you always asking me? Fuck the nosebleeds, the floor's capacity.
Sounds so much better. Like,
you're Y'all pissed about it.
Take
if
it
you're
off.
mad, talk with the kids about
It's
it.
so
Remember when
dynamic,
Mac
you know,
Miller went
your
about
certain
it?
inflections
I don't
aren't
really
coming
think I
in.
just sacked about it.
Now we got
on
that.
a world tour.
Now we're taking
Why
out a
you
couple more
always asking
frequencies
me?
with this
Fuck
next
the
EQ.
nosebleeds, the floor's
Add
capacity.
another one.
You can
Boost
find
those
me in the
highs.
club, cause that's the kind of shit that we
We
do
have that
when we're
de-esser
young.
that's taking
y'all
the
pissed about
real
it.
harsh
If you're mad,
frequencies
talk
out.
with the kids about it. Remember when Mac Miller went about
Sounds so good. And then we got that imager to widen it.
Y'all pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it. Remember
Nice.
when
And now we got a delay here, like very, very slight delay on the vocals.
y'all pissed about it. If you're mad, talk
can
with the
barely
kids
hear
about
it
it.
in the mix.
Remember when Mac
But if
Miller
I were to
went
turn this
about
up-
it? I don't really think I just sacked about it.
on.
And now we on a world tour. Why
don't even
you
know why it's
always
not working.
asking me? Fuck the nosebleeds, the floor's capacity.
Yeah, you can sort
Y'all
of hear that
pissed
delay.
about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it.
Yeah.
Remember when about it? I don't really think I just.
I have it
Y'all
sort of
pissed
really
about it.
slowed,
If you're mad, talk
turned
with the
down in
kids
the mix.
about it. Remember when.
But surprisingly, over like some songs, it can really bring some life into your vocals. But anyways, let's get into the other stuff now. So now that's sitting really nicely over the beat.
Y'all pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it.
Let me turn all that shit up and just show you what the beat sounds like without any mixing on the vocals.
Y'all pissed about it. If you're mad, talk with the kids about it.
So
Remember
bad.
when Mac Miller went
turn all
about
that
it?
shit on.
I don't really think I just sacked about it. And now we on a world tour. Why you always asking
Now
me?
it's-
Fuck the nose.
Now it's sitting really nice in the mix. So let me
Y'all
take out these
pissed about
vocals
it.
now.
If you're
Back, motherfucker.
We got the beat here, and I'm only gonna like show you this kind of stuff really quick on this track, and then as I move forward with the other tracks, not get into too much detail about the vocals and everything, because I'm just gonna show you the processing here, and it's gonna be the same for all of the other songs. But this is what's going on with the beat. We have the little Skrillex bass sample in here. So far. Someone said, did the Camel Crusher do anything? And no, that is a distortion plugin, and I don't even have it on my Mac, so that's not really doing anything. But the order of your stuff really matters too. If I was to switch this around, it would be totally different. So you usually want to start with like taking out a couple frequencies at the beginning, and then you want to just slam it with a compressor right at the start. Yeah, this beat is so fucking fire. Just like a straight classic breakbeat hip hop. But there's some really interesting stuff going down with this music. This is just actually a splice sample. Get that like very nice sort of chorded pad sound. And then something you don't hear is this is actually the very first bass hit of Bangarang. You just like don't hear it in the mix. Listen to this. And I'm using that. You just can't hear it in the mix. It's sort of sidechained here too. And I layer that with the yeah, it's you can barely hear it in the mix, but it's really, really cool. And I layer that with this serum patch. That's just like this crispy bass line. This is pretty much the only time that I'm using patches. It's usually just happening in serum. It's really cool. It gives a really nice sort of mid-range to the 808 that's taking up like a really low frequency. And I was just like, I'm missing sort of that mid-range, so I added this. Yeah, it's really cool. And then you hear all these together. This is just labeled music. I mean, it's like the only stuff that's happening. But it sounds really cool together.
Every album drop, I just get better. Go mode, I got my own nitro. JVD number
Yeah,
one.
this track is
typo.
fucking awesome.
Laced up in the all black Timbs.
So we just, like,
How I walk,
bodied the
how I rap,
vocals.
let me preach.
We have this little slowdown section here. With again, just some more like pad samples. These are just direct samples from Splice. I didn't even like produce these. Then we got like a number of vocals things
That's how I
happening.
walk, how I
These
rap.
nice little tom sections, which are fun. They sort of go unnoticed. Fire. Yeah, super cool. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit about these quite frequent sort of really delayed out things that I do. I'll just take like a section of the vocal, export it, and then drag it into its own mixer track here, where I have a delay happening that's like very accentuated. So that, no, it's being activated, but yeah, that's basically what a delay does. It gives you that sort of ba 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 ba, and you can hear me sort of mess with it. I don't know why I keep saying that. Yeah, super cool. Definitely recommend using Fruity Delay Bank. I use it as sort of this really cool effect on a lot of the vocals. I use it quite frequently. And that's sort of the same thing that's happening on these. That's all this delay bank here. And so the time sort of slider here is adjusting the speed at which it happens. Yeah, it's really cool. So Tyler dropped the Darling Eye video as soon as I start my thing, bro. He's trying to destroy my career. Anyways. So sick. Just like straight up getting the sample. It's so fire. It goes to this beat. Yeah. And again, I'm just using so much of that delay on these vocals. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about this track. It's not super complex. I mean, you just really have everything right on the timeline here. There's just occasional adjustments to things, but yeah, the delay is putting a lot of the work, the creative work on sort of those like ba 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 ba. So sick. Really, what's going on in the master here is there's just this plugin called Maximus, and it's a multi-band like limiter and compressor into one. And I won't even begin to describe to you what's happening here because it is sort of out of my knowledge. I kind of just like fuck with knobs until it sounds good. And a lot of people are going to tell you shouldn't do this. I mix very high and sort of bring it back down. And normally you're supposed to mix it low and bring everything up. So like if I turn off the Maximus, you're going to hear shit that's like super loud. Like the kick is super loud. Everything just sounds so sort of wrong until I turn on that Maximus. And then it sort of brings it all together. But yeah, that's pretty much what you need to know about it. There's some really cool sampling. I get to sample Ice Cube, Skrillex, and these are just straight rips from the actual songs. It's really cool. And then you have like that initial hit that's like right on the beat. It's so cool. It's really cool. It goes unnoticed in the mix. But yeah, great start to the record. And then we go straight into Bust Down. And the song is super fun. It's featuring Tia Corinne. I don't have much to say about it. It's pretty straightforward. But I'll sort of just show each of these tracks and what's happening in them. Yeah.
Bad girls make them say wow.
Come on.
Again, I'll turn off the Maximus here so you can hear it.
Okay. If you don't shut your mouth, knock, 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 bitch, who's at the door?
It's a complete difference. And it kind of sounds like shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like destroying my mixes while doing this. And there's probably somebody I could pay tens of thousands of dollars to mix this record and master it. But I don't feel like paying that much money if I'm gonna be honest. So this is sort of my way of doing it. And it sounds good enough. Yeah. It does sound good enough. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say much about this track other than it's really cool. I sampled Punk Tactics on this. That's a straight rip from the vocals of Punk Tactics. Really cool.
Don't shut your mouth. I'ma shut it for you. Punk, hit you with the punk tactics.
Yeah, that would sound crazy.
Don't shut your mouth. Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, very cool.
Bitch, who's at the door?
Yeah, I just got this like classic sort of Neptune's Pharrell style drums. There's a lot of layers here. I layer so many drums. We got these just like stompy sort of drums, and I occasionally on a really stompy drum will just like EQ out the bass on it so it's not overpowering the bass. Yeah, so if I take that out, you can just sort of hear, and then I'll put it in with the bass. The lower frequencies of this specific sound were sort of muddling the bass, so I decided to take them out to not overshadow the 808 that's happening. And again, I don't use patterns for my 808s. Occasionally I will, but some of the samples are just directly into here. And then I'll use the pitch time stretching sort of thing up here to correct them to the sample that I want, or the note. So yeah, pretty cool. This little guitar thing is just like a splice sample. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. And I think the reason that I don't necessarily like working in MIDI is because I really just appreciate the whole visual of what's going on with my samples. It can be a little bit difficult sometimes, and quite honestly, I do it about 50-50 when it comes to 808, but almost all of the drums are always directly in the timeline. I never use MIDI for drums. I hate it. It just feels terrible to me that I can't immediately change like the position of a drum when I want to. Like, why would I want to go into the... I just have so much power. I can just immediately do that. Yeah, it's just like so much better. So I personally like doing that right in there. But yeah, I'll show a little bit what's going on with the sidechain here. I actually don't know if that's even sidechain here. What is this sidechain even for? I don't even know if that's sidechaining a thing. Maybe this is not the song to show it on. But yeah, the song's just fire. It's just all about the drums. Again, the master just has this Maximus on it. And you can sort of hear what I'm doing here.
Feel that bass in your chest go boom. Eyes on me when I walk in the room. Drop that, shake that, move that thing. Booty so good I gotta buy you a ring. Yo, so to me,
yeah, it sort of just like really compresses everything down. And Tia fucking just destroyed her part. It's so cool.
Yeah, I'm classy with a mix of nasty. It can beat me and you like Cassie, sassy. Any nigga just had me. He want it badly, going out sadly. Bitch straight gag. Like James, I be all over my back.
Yeah, very cool.
Every time I throw it, I'm fatty.
It's so fire. Something I'll do occasionally with samples to sort of give them a little bit more sound is here you have the original sample. And so how I created this was I sort of just like took the sounds here and then chopped them out. So I'll just use this slicing tool here. Take out the two main notes, which are... And then I drag them to how I want. So now I can just do that. And it's just super easy. I kind of prefer this to messing with stuff any other way. So now we have like... And again, I just like chopped up the sample. And it's using this little slice tool here. And you can just sort of chop up stuff you want. Super easy, yeah, and I like just dragging it directly on the timeline. It's really fun. Do you use panning and adjusting the pitch to create a stereo effect? Yes, I do a lot of panning, and I don't pan directly in the mixer. I'll pan the samples themselves. So you can hear on probably a lot of these drums, there's some panning going on. And panning is super important for drums. Like, for example... These shakers are panned to the right. These this little thing is panned to the left. You can sort of hear that in your left ear. You can hear this in your right ear. And it really just gives your drums a lot of space. Like we have this little cowbell here that's pushing in your right ear. You can hear the pin sort of over there. And some of these claps, yeah, are just like panned a little bit. And that just gives your drums some space. If you focus sort of everything right in the middle of your mix, it's going to sound very one-dimensional. And so by creating some space with your drums, it just makes them sound a lot more wide. This is how if I were to pan these sort of stomp kicks. Yeah. So that's what's going on. We have a little bit of a panning on your drums. If you're going to pan most of the stuff, pan your hi-hats, pan any toms, pan any like sort of percussion instruments. It's really cool. It gives your drums a lot more wide mix. And you can do that. I prefer to do it right in the timeline, just with the samples individually, rather than panning them this way in the mixer. Yeah. This little pluck here is some serum. Just like a little patch here. Look at fucking cymatics pack. And there's nothing wrong with working with pre-made patches, by the way. Pretty much all I do is I'll take a pre-made patch and then just adjust it how I want to. And you can just do that so many different ways. There's literally nothing wrong with doing this. And you know, you can just adjust it how you want. There's not much going on there, but yeah, that's Bust Down. Again, it's a lot of the stuff just happening in these sort of pan drums. Yeah, you definitely want to pan your drums. Super dope.
I'm so good, you can say I'm amazing.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, great fucking song. Let's go on to, what's the next song on the record? Give It To Me. This song was like one of the really early songs that we did. It's sort of going to be the same thing. I'll just very briefly review it. Just some classic JVB, like, yelling into the mic type shit.
Give it to me. First things first, man, fuck your ego. Heartbeats knock you out, JVB, go off. Hard fight, yo. Big step, I'm coming to get ya.
Yeah, again, a lot of this work is just happening in this super beefy drum loop here. Yeah, this is a splice sample that sounds like this. And I'm adding a bunch of distortion to it. I just got a new computer, so this didn't transfer over, but like the sound of it still did. This is RC20. It helps make samples sound like super vintage, and you can add distortion and sort of noise and things like that to it. I haven't activated on here, but it's still working for some reason. Yeah, so that is just giving some distortion to this, make it sound super evil. And then I take out all the highs and like really focus the middle there. And then add an OTT to it. And I don't know why this is so massive. Why is this so huge? Yeah. Yeah, OTT is just a compression tool, and it's used for a lot of dubstep basses and things like that, but it compresses the fuck out of a sound. And so I just added like some really straightforward compression here. And I'm not gonna like explain compression every time I use it, because I explained it at the beginning of this live, and I'll post this so you guys know. But like, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I just like increase the depth how I want, and then the downward compression I adjust. Yeah. And it just like compresses the shit out of it. It sounds super cool. Again, just have some knocking 808s at the bottom here. And these are adjusted pitch by how I want them. Yeah, super cool. There's some interesting things happening with the beginning of this, like Brae's sort of lower.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me.
That wasn't even intended to be like a part of the song or the hook of it, I guess. Brae was just doing that before he started his verse, so I'll just like play the entire thing.
Give it to me, give it to me, Yeah. Oh, yo, bitch. Yo. Boom, boom, boom. When I shake, oh my God.
He messed up his verse. He literally just like messed up his verse. So I just literally took that out. And I was like, that's fucking hard. So that's the whole beginning of the song.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like totally an accident. It wasn't even supposed to be used, but I ended up using it as the whole hook of the song. So
Fell off.
there's some extra drums that come in here, like these hi-hats I have panned to the left, adding some more dimension. I think these hi-hats or this ride cymbal is also, but this drum sample is already so wide. I didn't have a lot of work to do. Super cool. It's like really interesting soul sample that I found. It's like really fun. Switch up with the song. Yeah, super fire. And then we have the sort of dubstep wubby section at the end. And actually, these samples are the same ones that I used in HYPERYOUTH, the song. It's literally the same two sounds. Yeah, that part is so fire. I originally added it as a joke, but it's just like the super wubby serum patch. Super stupid. And I have these sidechained, and I'll talk about sidechain here because it's actively working. But if you don't know what sidechain is, basically it just ducks the volume of the beginning of your sound so that it doesn't directly interfere with the kick drum or a snare. So I'm going to turn this off. You won't be able to hear it that much, but you can sort of hear how it sort of just hits at the same time as the kick. And now you can see the envelope here. I'm ducking the volume of the sample. So this is just like 0% going back up to right underneath the kick so that the sound isn't directly clashing with this kick drum. Yeah, it's that's basically what sidechaining is. And the way I sidechain is I don't use like an automated thing or whatever. Again, I put my sidechains directly in the timeline because I like seeing them happening, and it gives me a lot more freedom of how I use them. So the way I sidechain is I'll just right click on the volume of the patch or whatever sound I'm doing, and then draw the sidechain. So I'll just do this and sort of create like a duck, and then I can use this however I want. And if I wanted to just like change it like this, and it just gives me a lot more control other than doing it in like an automated sort of process, because I can place them at any sort of place I want to. Yeah, but that's Give It To Me. That's all you really need to know about that. What comes after that? Is This Love? Right. This is the sort of first attempt at a softer song for us. And yeah, I think it went over pretty well. Have this beautiful Nicole Bus sample that's happening. And again, like more of the delay stuff is happening here. I took her original sample, put this really small delay on it. Yeah, I just really like how that sounds.
Now what you know is who you know. Love you more than FL Studio. Got my hair stood up like I'm Coolio. I'm the shit, y'all rappers is booty hole. Nah,
and this is the first, this sort of volume of this is so low, but I recorded that in one take and it just ended up being what it is.
Now what you know is who you know. Love you more than FL Studio. Got my hair stood up like I'm Coolio. I'm the shit, y'all rappers is booty hole. Nah.
Yeah, I just really like how all this turned out. There's some really interesting stuff that I'm doing to these samples. I had this sort of zither like LFO effect, like, and basically I just automated the on-off switch here, so at 100% it's activating the sort of zither LFO effect, like the, and I'm using a plugin called M Vibrato, and I basically just turn off the vibrato and turn up the tremolo, which the tremolo is just the amount that it's sort of zithering and automating that. Yeah. And then I just set the sync to a speed. You can set it to like 1/8, like quarter notes here, eighth notes. I really like 16th. I use that a lot, like. And yeah, it's just a fun little thing, and then I activate that when I want to create that effect. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And actually, all I used to approach this song was this sample. Gosh. And then I literally just, that thing that I talked about at the beginning of this, extracted the stems from it. So I took the drums, it doesn't have any drums, instruments, bass, and vocals from it, and then I extract them. And it takes a little bit, but I love this feature about FL Studio. I don't give a fuck that it's like doing AI or whatever. This is like such a good feature for artists to have when they want to remix songs. It just makes extracting certain parts of a song so easy. So you can go out and steal a lot more things than you're allowed to. Yeah, so then that literally, as you can see, just took the chords right out of this and took the vocals right out of it. And it does a very, very fucking good job. It's so incredible. I love it. I use it so much. That's how I sample a lot of things. So, yeah. That's sort of how I extracted the keys in this that play over the song, and that's how I extracted the vocals that play over the song. Very cool.
Is that too much to ask for? You got the jeans with the heel bite. I like your style,
Yeah.
you're pretty sight. You plus.
And here's an example
Is that too
of
much?
when I was using
Is that-
808 MIDI. If you can hear that. I was actually using this. I have two 808s here. Yeah. This is a plugin called Ramzoid 808 Cooker, and I use this all the time. I think it was like $30. And yeah, it's a really great tool. It comes with a bunch of 808 samples, and then you can adjust it right in your MIDI. You can change the release of the 808 so that it's sort of longer or shorter, punchier. How loud do you master your songs? I don't pay attention. I just fucking cook the shit out of it. I'm not looking at sort of volumes or LUFS or anything when I'm making the music. I just mix it and then fucking throw the Maximus on there so that it sounds good. But yeah, that's what this plugin does. And then you can just distort it. This is a great plugin. So good if you use 808s. I highly recommend it. It's like $30.
Now you a pretty sight. You plus me a good recipe. We
Yeah,
could be
some just like
each
pretty
other's
standard
accessory.
drums on here. Again, I'll turn off this Maximus so you guys can keep seeing what's going on.
I wanna find love on the dance floor. Is that too much to ask
Usually you
for?
can hear like
got
the drums
jeans
are
with the
loud,
heel bite.
the bass
I
is
like
loud.
your style, you a pretty sight. You plus me a good recipe. We could be each other's accessories. Collab posts on IG. Come
And then you activate the Maximus and it will take the bass and sort of like limit it, take
I
it
wanna
up.
find love on the dance floor. Is that too much to ask for? You got the jeans
Yeah,
with the heel
super
bite.
cool.
I like your style, you a pretty sight. You plus
And that's what's
I wanna
happening
find
here.
love on the dance floor.
If you want to get close to this effect in Maximus, you can just open your own, and I already have created like my own presets, but if you go to, I think, Master Aid 1,
I wanna find love on the dance floor.
yeah, it
Is
gives you
that
this
too
sort of
much to
plugin.
ask?
It sounds like shit
I
so
wanna
far,
find love on the dance floor.
but you can adjust these
I
how
wanna
you
find
want.
love on the dance floor. Is
Turn
that
down
too
the
much
post
to
a little
ask
bit.
for? You got the jeans with the heel bite. I like your
Turn down
style,
the
you a pretty
mids,
sight.
turn down the
You
lows.
plus me a
It's
good
like
recipe.
way
We could
pushing up
be
the
each
bass.
other's accessories.
Already sounds better just
Collab
like that,
posts on
right?
IG. Come on, girl, you know that would eat.
And then
That
I'll
sounds nice, but I
increase
gotta
the
go.
openness on
First
these
true love is
highs
the studio.
so that the compressor isn't just super swarming
If I
them.
don't keep swimming, I'll
Turn them up a
drown.
little bit.
I am myself, you can't stop
And then it
That
sounds
was
like way
before,
closer.
Now we rock this, now we got hits. Who would've thought this? Who would've thought this?
Yeah, super simple. So again, if you like want to get close to it, choose the Master Aid 1 and then sort of adjust it how I showed you, and then that sort of brings the tracks how you want, and you can adjust them, you know, according to the songs. We have some like really fun stuff happening at the end of this. I like really cooking these 808s. This fun little powdered. Yeah, there's like a lot of fucking drum samples happening. Yeah, really cool. You have like this little like lead that I made. That's just in Serum. It's like an initial patch, like. I just changed the filter cutoff here. Yeah, and then made like these little chords that happen. They're like super unnoticeable, but again, this is just an initial patch. Super easy to do chords. Yeah. Yeah, very fun. Yeah, so that's pretty much all that's going on in this. Let's move on to what comes after that. See You Dance. What a fun fucking song. See You Dance is so good. Shout out Rebecca Black. How do you get your hi-hats, open hats to sound that wide? I'll probably be able to show you on this song. First of all, this song is so smushed. I feel like I didn't master it very well at all, but I tried. Yeah. I have these fucking classic, like, very Timbaland style drums happening here. We have these, like, little tom samples. And again, a lot of this stuff is panned. Like, I'm panning my claps different ways, panning my hi-hats over. And if you're talking about getting your hi-hats to sound wide, it's because I'm panning them. I pan them about 40 to 50% in a certain direction. This is being panned left. And you can like hear that pretty evidently. Yeah, so these are panned to the right here. So if I'm just gonna focus the hi-hats, you can hear how it's like really playing like across your head. These are all just samples, by the way, that I've found throughout the, you know, dozen plus years that I'm producing. And I'm not going to give away where I'm finding my samples. That's the beauty of sampling. Just go out and find a bunch of packs. And yeah. So the Rebecca feature just came from us literally just hearing the song and be like, okay, Rebecca's just the such obvious choice for this song. And then we just reached out and she was like, yeah, I totally want to do it. So some really simple chords happening. Again, these are just Serum initial patches that I'm using. Yeah, just like a lot of this detune is doing the work. Make them like, yeah, very 80s sounding. I have this little bit crushed sort of noise that's playing throughout, just like the same tone, the root note. Yeah, just highly recommend just putting these little like, it's not making that much of a difference, but you can hear it without it. Even just with the chords, it sounds like it's missing something, and then you add these in. It's a very, very small background noise that makes a big difference. Yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff. She fucking crushed this. And she sent me a ton of stems, by the way. These are just like post-mixed vocals, so I mixed them and then I placed them in here and then added some stuff to them. There's this plugin called Vocal Doubler. That'll just really widen your vocals. I'm not using it that much. Again, this is all free stuff.
We both know it, right?
I like your moves, your curves, your waist. I like the way you do your thing. Don't like the
Again, all these 808s are straight in the timeline, and this is a subtle difference. I use this plugin called Unison Mangler, and it's just a picture of Gengar, but this is another like $25 plugin. Super simple. Just like some great, like super absurd distortion features on it. But that's what's happening. You can hear a difference between this 808 and then, yeah, I just created a new sound with these 808s, pitched them to where I want them to be, and then yeah, very cool. This is all just happening straight in here. Very cool.
I like your moves, your curves, your waist. I like the
And
way
I just have like these mini samples that are playing over.
I like your moves, your curves, your waist. I like the way you do your thing. Don't like the ooze.
Yeah, it's super fire. Let me know if the stream is getting bad at any moment. But yeah, Rebecca killed it. Not too much to say about that I already haven't said about some of the other songs. I might skip a couple because they're not super important, but I'll go to something like I don't know. I do want to cover Parties Over because it's cool. I might just end up doing every fucking song on here, but how do I approach mixing other artists' vocals? I mix them exactly how we mix ours because I want the sound to be like very consistent. So I already talk about my vocal mixing style, and I've talked about it previously in this stream. So as soon as I post it, you can go back and view it. It's like one of the first things that I talk about. So if you can still hear me good, let me know. This is just super.
So much pump in my jacket.
I'm not going to tell you what I said here, but you can sort of infer.
Call me a sweat. So much puff in my jacket. Gotta
It's true though.
call me up if you don't get it.
Yeah, it's just a sample I took.
Might as well put the noose up.
Really super simple like project. Like there's literally nothing happening except here where again I did that exporting stem sort of thing. This is the first time I'm really singing on a track.
Wanna stay here, but it's time to move on.
There's no like auto tune or any pitch correcting stuff that's happening here. These are just 3 takes of me doing the
I kinda wanna stay here, but it's time to move on. The party's over now.
yeah, just 3 different takes layered on top of each other, and they're how do I find these plugins? A lot of them are stock, and then a lot of them I just see on different websites and shit like that. I have this nice little ARP. This took me forever to find the notes because I don't know anything about anything. And I literally was too lazy to fucking finish the rest of it. It literally just cuts off on the 3rd chord. Listen. I didn't even finish it, and because I was too lazy and I didn't want to figure out the notes. So it literally just stops, and you can hear it in the song. It literally just stops.
I wanna cruise downtown in my old car. Race all
Again, I used the stem export, and I exported the bass, and then put a bunch of distortion on it. So that's what's happening here. Yeah, the cutoff wasn't artistic. I literally just didn't feel like finishing it. So,
cruise downtown in my old car. Race all
yeah.
more bars. Now I wanna go ride my bike. I wanna do things right, but also live.
I have these little chords that happen here. What a beautiful sound. Silent, my old friend. I love Silent. I actually had to buy it for this album. I had it cracked for like 10 plus years. And I literally bought it so that I could use it on my Mac. It was so annoying. It was like $100 some, and I was like, fuck, are you kidding me? I gotta pay for this shit. Yeah, beautiful fucking chord progression. And again, I didn't even finish the 4th chord because I just don't know
But I
what I'm
want my
doing.
slice of cake. My life's a 3-leaf clover, but I guess the party
It just doesn't play.
make.
You have the same sort of thing here. What's the benefits of using Silent? It's just a little bit different soundscape than Serum, in my opinion. I have a ton of presets that have for Silent that I've built up over, you know, a long time, more than I do with Serum. So Brae fucking killed his verse. He killed so many verses on this album. He like really evolved as a writer. I'm like really proud of him.
And, you know, if I like, I wanna do things right.
Fucking awesome. Again, this is the first song that I actually made for the album and sent to Brae. Up until a point, it was just like my verse and then the hook, and then I sent it to him, and it was the first song that we made for the album. It was like probably in November of last year, and he was just like, dude, this is fucking awesome. So yeah, he just put his verse down really quick. I was really happy with it. He actually wrote a lot more, but
Yeah. I wanna cruise downtown.
I have it somewhere, but I didn't end up using all of it because it just ended up making the song a little bit too long. But yeah, Brae has like an extended sort of section of this song.
But it's time to move on.
Such a fun song. And then you got BMO at the end.
When bad things happen,
New Nina Geraci album is so good. So
when
good.
bad things happen, I know you want to believe they are a joke.
Yeah, just again, took that right from the show, put some delay on it. As far as I'm concerned, we're the first people to ever legally be able to like clear Adventure Time, which is so cool. I'm so proud of it. Yeah, let's go on to What's Up. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here because I don't want this to go on for too long because I'm going to post this to YouTube. But let me pull up What's Up. JPEG fucking was awesome. Yeah, I love his verse. He sent it and I was just like freaking out. We were so excited. So this is What's Up. I mean, it's going to be pretty similar to a lot of the other shit that I've shown you. I'll just sort of go over it really quick. Like I said, this is literally taken straight from the song with the stem export. Yeah, and this JVB Sucker taken right from Omnitrix. You can literally see Omnitrix Vox. Just got these like pan claps happening down here.
You wanna know, so I'ma let the music talk. I'm making bops, and know you make it shitty.
You know, pretty similar thing happening with the vocals here. It's got the de-esser, some EQs, MJU CJR. Great compressor. I actually was like heavily inspired by Tamale. I was like listening to Tamale by Tyler, and I was like, I want to make a fucking song like so similar to that. So a lot of the just like really long lead up is very similar to that. You have these little sort of bass things that are happening. Yeah, super cool. And you have like all these percussion things happening. There's so much sort of noises. All just panned to different, pretty aggressively to certain directions. I always like that thing. The boop, 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 boop. It's just like these little fucking. Yeah, super cool.
I'll do this shit 2 times like a Twix. I got checks, got bands, I got bricks. Swerve the corner and I found out. Videos of the show, get your phone out. You green with envy, your fit to trash. Oscar the grouch head looking ass. How you gonna hate from VIP?
I don't use any hardware.
There it is. You wish you could do it like this.
Yeah.
Part of me, it's just a part of me.
Just like some really simple drums happening here. A really distorted 808. Again, right on the timeline with this. I'm just adjusting the notes. You know, you can see the difference. Yeah. Something that goes unnoticed in this is literally my vocals literally just being like, bah. I'm literally just doing that in the back, and I originally wanted someone to like play that on a trumpet or something, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna leave my voice in there because it sounds cool. It's really, really subtle. It's like harshly panned to the left, but you can hear it in there. Another time you hear it is when I'm literally just going, and you can hear it like in the background.
I feel like Gumby, 'cause all I see is green. I hear your drum
It's so unnoticeable, but listen.
I hear your
I literally was just doing all this shit with my voice that I wanted someone else to do, but I didn't end up letting that happen. So yeah, then we got JPEG coming,
You know me.
and this "You Think You Know Me" is my voice.
Yeah, you think you know me.
I just like pitched it down here, so here's what it sounded like.
Think you know me. I
Yeah, and then there comes JPEG.
am the pick of the litter, the infamous nigga, the creature that you heard about. Thing that happened to rapping since I'm impatient. I think I want bounce right now. They wanna stack up and go like the mafia. You niggas
My
know
Singing
this
Monster.
town.
Who said My Singing Monsters type beat? That shit is so funny. So true.
They wanna stack up and go like the mafia. You niggas don't even sell in your town. How in the fuck you look 40? You claim you dress like a bum. You don't switch up.
Stop.
This
Yeah.
fucking a village. About to do something corrupt.
Always love these little like fucking jersey string thing. But yeah, he killed these. He killed it.
Packing a Dillinger, about to do something corrupt. Lyrical assassin. We playing Twister. I reach for my waist, get the twisting you up. Best thing that still in a bender. High off fight that
So fire.
What's the fresh maker? It's not a mental. Hold my top of truth like a bit of memento.
Again, a lot of these sort of delay things that are happening, I do so much. You've heard it so much throughout this record. I love delay. I'm just like always putting delay on the vocals. You know, just to extend, to talk a little bit about those vocals again, you know, we have the de-essers happening, EQ. All of this stuff is really happening through this compressor here. I love this compressor. Sometimes I'll bring in like very, very subtle OTT to just like really give it that very compressed sound. You know, have like really sort of turned down in the mix chorus on the vocals to widen them. That's what the Ozone Imager again is doing. And then we got the delay to like,
But I wasn't a bento. What's the fresh maker? It's not a mental.
so you can
But
like
I wasn't a bento. Hit with the fresh maker.
actively hear the delay. Let me turn it off.
I am the pick of the litter, the infamous nigga, the creature that you heard about. Best thing that happened to rapping since I'm impatient.
Now let me turn on the delay.
I am the pick of the litter, the infamous nigga, the creature that you heard about. Best thing that happened.
It's like very, very subtle, but you can hear it. Yeah.
Pick of the litter, the infamous. Now
This was a super, super awesome song. Again, you know, I'm just sort of very quickly going through these types of things. Live Right is fucking awesome. I love this song. I really hope that if there's one song that you take away from the album, it's this. And it was quite literally one of the toughest songs that we made. It's also the very second. It actually is the first song that I made for this album. I just didn't show it to Brae because it was so different. I just assumed that it was only going to remain on this. So let me see if I can find like the very original version. It's probably somewhere on here. It's gonna be quite annoying to find. I wonder if it's... No, it wouldn't have been in April, would it? Yeah. And I also don't even know if it was called Live Right. If I can't find it in the next like 10 seconds, I'm just gonna delete it. But yeah, let me do date last opened and go down to the bottom. Or date created. Oh, here it is. So September 26, 2024. I don't know if you can hear this. This is the very first version of Live Right. Oh my god, it just went away. I'm gonna freak out. Again, the drums are a lot different. The sort of like distorted sounds are a lot different. I kept those like sounds over the verses. I have them sort of like muted in the final version. But yeah, so that was the original version. Again, see the date on that? That was September 26th. Very shortly after we put like the No Hands Deluxe out. So this is sort of when it ended up being. This is Brae's little cousin, Collins.
When I grow up, I want to be like JVB.
I have this like sample that I chopped up, which is just this. Yeah, just like chopped it right up in here.
When I grow up, I want to be like JVB.
And I think the drums that I have now fit this sort of so much better. You have this like really very simple, literally just like in it fucking preset here to create that crispy bass, and then you got the 808s, which are in MIDI, using that 808 cooker. I introduced the melody here, and again, this is just an initial patch too. Like I use that so much. God, stop pausing.
Wake up in the morning, get the shoes on, do your makeup, wanna play now.
Pretty much what you'd expect. The vocals took us so long to sort of nail down the vibe.
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up. No,
Why is there fucking auto-tune on it?
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up.
That's just me yelling into a microphone. Some of this stuff is just pans.
As long as I got my friends, as long as I got my friends, I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up. No one here wants to dance.
Yeah, so
I wanna live, I wanna do it right. I
very,
wanna
very
stay.
cool.
Don't turn on the lights.
and I'm layering just a higher pitched version of it. I just like turn everything up an octave and layer that with the original sound. Gives it a lot more space. And then you have just like these little yeah.
Turn the music up, don't want the oops, miss the exit. I'm like this forever. I wanna feel like this forever. I wanna feel like this forever. I'm kinda scared to admit, long as I
Yeah,
got
pretty
my
straightforward, and then you
friends.
have
As
sort
long
of the
as I
singing
got my
moments start to
friends.
really come
Don't
in
want
here.
this shit to end. I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up.
I'll break it all down here. We have this core, this like kids choir.
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing.
I don't know why it's using.
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up. No one here
Stop doing that.
wants to dance. Things are changing.
Okay, okay, yeah, let's turn that off. I need to keep this on while I'm showing this. Here we go.
Dance. Things are changing. As long as I got my friends.
And then you have Brae coming in here.
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid to admit
And again, this is like really, really auto-tuned. And that's sort of what we were going for.
I'm kinda scared.
I'm going to turn it off for a second. Sorry, Brae, but this is just what it sounds like.
I'm kinda scared to admit I'm afraid of growing up. No one here wants to dance. Things are changing.
But yeah. And then it was like very purposeful when we were doing that. And then you have my section at the end
I'm kinda scared to
with this like beautiful
afraid of growing up. No one
sort of chord progression that I have.
dance, things are changing.
And I didn't even intend for this to be on the song, so I was like really shittily singing it as well. So let me turn off the auto-tune.
I'm afraid of growing up. No one here wants to dance. Things are changing. I'm kinda scared to admit. I'm kinda scared to admit. I'm afraid of growing up.
Yeah, it's like pretty fucking shit. But, you know, when you're singing with autotune, it's like purposefully like supposed to be like that. And we're not great singers either. I'm not going to try to justify this because we're not. But it really amplifies the autotune, which is really cool. And then you have these like chords that I wrote, which is just like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. I don't know anything about music theory. I don't know anything about notes, chords, what sounds good. But I just have these like little glitches that I added manually. I purposefully dragged the notes so that they start later. Oh, it's just so cool. It's so beautiful. That's just like what I thought it'd sound good. I don't know anything about why chords have to sound the way they do. So, but yeah, that's Live Right. It's such a beautiful song. Again, it was one of the first tracks that I made for this, and it took us like quite a long time to write to it, but I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. What comes after that? Billie Jean. I'm going to try and quickly go through this one because it's probably nothing that I've talked about or not talked about already.
About to go Billie Jean on it. Dance, dance, yeah, I'ma put the steez on it. Beat on it. Where the good music at, play some God.
Something I'll talk about just like very briefly is this is an entire song. And I literally just take the first note of it. And that's the entire song. I just sample like literally a fucking second of it. Alright, don't show this again. Thank you.
G on it. Dance, dance, yeah, I'ma put the steez on it. Put the vibes off.
I just cut out the lows of that, put an ozone imager on it,
Put some heat on
fucking compressed it.
The track. Now let me put the beat on it. Where the good music at, play some Gaga. How about some Daft Punk? How about Madonna?
Fire.
How about some MJ? How about some 128 dance to? Oh shit! You be living.
Something that comes in here that's super cool is like this little, again, these are all just initial patches. Literally just like super simple crispy basses.
Oh shit! You be living in the nightlife. Oh shit! So much you must have lost your eyesight. Oh shit!
I had this fucking, this beat and wrote the verse literally like instantly. There was no thinking about what this was. What I wrote instantly was just the final verse.
Oh, put 'em up, 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 beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Call me Frodo, the way.
These fucking ad-libs are so stupid.
Now let me put the beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.
This is FL Studio.
Beat 'em up, beat 'em up. Call me Frodo, the way I bring it back. G on it, dance, dance, yeah.
Yeah. Something I love that I sampled was Outstanding by the Gap Band. Such a cool sample. I just like exported the stems. And then it's such a cool sample.
Vibes off, I can't really eat on it. Hurry up, DJ, put some heat on it. Now stop the track. Stepping out, white suit, I'm too clean, smooth criminal. Let me
Yeah, just have these little fucking things happening.
Prada loafers with some light watch Levi's. Dolce and Gabbana.
Got a little house section here.
There's no place I'd rather be than on stage with the mic. I got that secret
Again, all the stuff is being panned manually.
MJ 23, MJ.
Let me go into the little chorus section.
About to go Billie Jean on it. Dance, dance,
Just a lot of
I'ma
different
put the steez on it. Put the vibes off. I can't
panned
really
in different
eat on
directions.
it. Hurry up.
Yeah, fucking awesome song. Not too much to talk about, but just a good number. Very fun. What comes after that? I believe it's Have to Cry. Have to Cry is a super fun song. Brae is literally the reason why this song exists. I had this beat made for so long. He's like, Joey, fucking we need to use it. God fucking damn it, it's so good. So, yeah. There's a lot of cool little fun facts about this song. This sample is from a song that didn't make the album. It's called Where Your Friends At. Bitch, where your friends at? Literally just didn't make the album. This is a song that I made when I was like 17 or 16 that ended up making it into the record. My friends are the only ones who know about this song.
It's what you do, not what you say.
And I literally fucking added it into it.
Body language makes me
Super cool. That was really just an Easter egg. Then we have Bobby fucking Caldwell. This sample is so good. I just let it ride out. It's awesome. Gonna cry. Yeah, super cool.
Just have to cry on a beat like this. But how you crying to a beat like this? Bitch, cause life still hasn't hit me. Yeah, get your ass up.
I love this. So cool. Just sidechain sort of parts over the... You got this really simple bass line, which is actually a serum patch. Drums are putting in the fucking work on this bitch. They're so loud, it's so in your face.
Sometimes hold it down when you up so high. And I'm off the wall. I had a girl, no time to call.
You can see I'm automating the delay, like mid-verse, because I think it just adds a really cool effect.
I'm off the wall. I had a girl, no time to call. And I just gotta go song.
You can see that here, just directly right in. And if you ever want to know how to do that, here's how you do it.
I'm in the van.
So I have the delay on.
I had a girl, no time to call.
I'll right click on the delay and then create automation clip. So now I have it.
I'm in the van. I'm off the wall. I had a girl.
And I can turn it off and on.
I'm in the van.
Wait, I think I did the wrong one.
I'm in the van. I'm in the
Yeah, it's this one. Whoops, sorry guys.
I'm in the van. I'm off the wall.
So I just created right click on it and then create an automation clip, and now I can adjust it and turn it on when I want to and
I'm
don't.
in the van. I'm off the wall. I had a girl, no time to call. And I just gotta go song.
Yeah, so it's really simple to do.
I'm in the van. I'm off the wall. I had a girl high, still making hits even when I wanna cry. Boy so rich, come on, yo. This microphone.
Just overall fucking such a good sample flip. And actually this song was supposed to end with like a house remix. Listen to this shit. I just never added it. Because it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I don't know why I even made it. But yeah, I fucking love that song. It's so cool. Next up is the party song, which is fucking awesome. This song is great. It does exactly what we want it to do. Yeah, I'm gonna try and skip myself because it's not anything that I haven't really talked about already.
I like to go out. I like to party. I like to get.
But everyone thinks this is a sample from Human After All, which it's inspired by, but it's actually just a fucking splice sample.
I like to go out.
I believe
like
it's
to
barely
party.
alive.
I like to get wild. I
could
like
be
to
wrong.
party.
Yeah.
I like to go out. I like to party. I like to get party.
Just some classic sort of like fucking straight house drums. Also a splice sample. I really wanted someone else to do this,
I
but
like
we
to party.
just didn't end
I
up
like
having
to
it happen.
go out. I like to party. I like to get
Normalize using
wild.
splice
I like
samples.
to
It's
party.
fucking okay, guys. Who cares?
Party.
crazy sounds happening here with Serum. This is a heavily edited patch that I have that was supposed to be like this Justice, like super distorted sound, but I definitely edited a lot. And I'm automating the cutoff on it so you can hear that it's linked to one of these. What fucking LFO is it? Oh yeah, 3. So yeah. So that's sort of just like, I just drag the LFO over the cutoff and then you can adjust it. Super, super sick sound. Layered with just like this 808. All this sidechaining happening. Not interfere with that kick. Super awesome. Sort of just the same stuff happening. And then we get to the sample, which is straight up just the song. It just cuts to another song.
Bro, turn that garbage off. Where's the club shit?
We have so many probably fucking takes of this stuff where we're just laughing at it.
Bro, turn that garbage off. I can't.
Let me see if I can find like what the original entire saying of this is.
Chicks, turn this shit off. This type of music gets me no mercy. I can't dance with chicks. I need the house music to dance with the chicks.
We're literally just like shouting obscenities. And then we have the infamous fucking part. Crazy. Yeah, this is where the gong comes in. It's so stupid. Like, literally, we put this in here just to be fucking funny and ended up keeping it because it was so funny. We just kept laughing at it so many times. And it was actually, like, way louder originally. It was literally just fully turned up. It was supposed to be this. Like, but we're like, okay, that's a little bit overboard. If we play that live, people are gonna fucking die. Literally so stupid.
Your boyfriend calls me gay, but he wants to kiss me.
Brae fucking killed this verse. It's so sick.
For flag, you got a lot to suppress. I parked the Lexus across the street from the exes.
Yeah, so fire. Yeah, that's what's going on there. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna skip myself just for now, but I'm gonna go into 2 more songs, which are "Go Hard" and then "Disco Tomorrow" to end it out on. I kind of want to make this stream like an hour and a half long, but yeah, I'm so happy with how everything on this album turned out. I think Brae and I both really improved as writers. I was just trying to fucking put my whole pussy into this fucking production stuff.
You know what? Stop crying and get your ass up.
Play the original Go Hard. Alright, this was the original Go Hard. We were supposed to be able to sample. Oh wait, that's not even it. I don't even think I have the original sample. Okay, do I?
Go hard.
Yeah, here it is.
All you bitches know I.
I can't play too much of it because it's gonna get fucking taken down for copyright. Santa Gold, why didn't you let us fucking? I wish we could have sampled that. That was what it was supposed to be. But we just got this like chick to do like this, you know, fucking UK thing. I've tried so many different things. A lot of these just like really stacked sort of samples. And literally just the entirety of Planet Rock is playing over it. I'm just layering it with sort of my own drums. Yeah, it's just straight up the song. I think I maybe just like cut the lows or something. Yeah, it's just straight up that. And then I reproduce the little lead here. Another initial patch, just like a detuned really quick saw. super sick. The no music thing was so stupid. Literally just me, my friend Connor, and Bray were just like sitting there on the mic, just being so fucking dumb. And then Bray's infamous ed to this song is so good. He did this for much longer than I actually have in the song.
West Coast to the most now.
Literally just, he goes forever.
No, East Coast, East Coast now. Yeah, West Coast, East Coast now. Yo, down south.
But he kept going. It goes way longer than I actually have in the song.
North, South, East, and West. Jump it down, no. Hey, Miami. Hey, Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Bernardino, New Mexico. Whoa. If you're out of water, put your fucking hands up. If you want a boat, put your fucking hands up. If you're in a car, put the sunroof down. Put your fucking hands up. I don't care who you are. Put your goddamn hands up. Oh. I'm gonna pass out.
Holy shit, it was so funny. He just kept going, and I was like, bro, I can't make the outro that long, but God, we were fucking dying while he was doing that. Oh my God, it was so funny. Yeah. And then we'll go into Disco Tomorrow, which is like probably the last one besides Myself that I haven't shown, but Myself is super straightforward. I love this song. It's such a good outro to it. Bray's verse actually came from a song that he made, and then he sort of just translated the vocals over, and it worked so well. We were all freaking out as soon as he put it down. And this song samples Dreams We've Had, News from War, and it's a News from War by Dreams We Had. Sorry. Or the other way around. I don't fucking know. Either way, I fucking love this song, and this artist is incredible. It's like this very shoegazy, like fucking... And again, I just exported the stems and added like some crazy shit to it. I had this beat for so long, and I just wanted to make it 1, 2. This godly experience. Like you're just floating.
Please hold your applause. I ain't finished yet. I'm still reaching for.
Oh my God, it's so good. These little like very Tyler-esque, like very Igor, was very inspirational for this sort of section. I'm just chopping up these.
You call it luck, I call it hard work and destiny. I'm seeing places in the world I didn't know existed. I'm fucking tired, but I'm grateful, please don't get it twisted. There's no feeling like that feeling when you on stage. You feel the love, you feel the pride, you feel the praise.
Yeah, Bray was just going crazy
where
on
you
this.
came from. I remember getting frozen yogurt pay stubs. $7.25 an hour, I thought I was...
And then I have like my voice just here, super reverb and delayed out. I really love fucking shoegaze. I was listening to so much MGMT and M83 and just like genuine like shoegaze music and like indie electronica stuff. So I just wanted to make this super washed out.
What you are, don't play.
Yeah, very beach house.
What you are.
Yeah, it was called Emo Ending for the longest time because I was like, I want this song at the end, but we didn't have a name for it yet. Surprisingly, fun fact, Disco Tomorrow was supposed to be the name of the album before we decided on HYPERYOUTH. Yeah. Someone's asking what mic we use. Shure SM7B. This microphone is used by pretty much everybody for standard music recording. So, but a lot of the times on this record, I just had to record on my phone because we were making edits so close up to the release because of sample clearances that I recorded a lot of stuff on my phone.
What you are.
But yeah, so None of this stuff is recorded. Or sorry, not recorded. It's all fucking recorded. None of this stuff is auto-tuned or anything or pitch corrected. I sang just right into the microphone at like a few different tones.
Say what you are. Say what you are. Say what you are. Say what you are.
Yeah, I just fucking layered them.
What you are. Don't play.
It was actually supposed to be this really sort of like TV girl vibe too that I was going for.
Say what you are.
Then I just reverbed the shit out of it. These are the straight up vocal takes. I didn't add any auto-tune or any pitch correcting. I wanted them to feel very drowned out in the mix, like very shoegazy.
They wonder why I never talk about it.
Then this fucking awesome like, oh, so sick. What inspiration do we have for the logo? That's always been our logo. We just converted it into a disco ball.
Got that tunnel vision, I ain't turn the sight off. Mama's only wanna know me when the mic off. Please just keep on moving, gotta keep the light on. Party keep on going if you.
Yo, yo, yo. 1, 2.
So sad.
Yeah. Just an unbelievable song. What a such awesome ending. Brae killed his verse. It's so nice. Then we go into this awesome fucking part. Have a lot going on here. Bring in those house drums. Oh, the ending is so fun. And actually, the BMO quote here.
But then, if I change, will they still love me?
Bounce.
You can't really hear it in the final recording, but
But then, if I change, will they still love me?
I had to like literally chop up the thing so that BMO didn't say this.
But then, if I change, will Finn and Jake still love me?
I had to like convert it to say they, and so I just chopped up different sounds to like put his inflection to say they.
If I change, will they still love me?
I literally just chopped up. Like I think I took like the TH from like
Them?
them, and then
Jake still,
yeah, I like extended the A from Jake.
they still love me?
Yeah, and it works.
Will they still love me?
Yeah, super cool.
Will
And I took the
still
Dance and
love
Bounce
them?
from HYPERYOUth, the original.
I still
Just
love myself.
such a wonderful ending to this album, and I'm really excited for everything that's going to come forward with it. If you learned anything, I hope you did. This album was so wonderful. I think before we go, I could maybe play just like a couple tracks that didn't make it. I don't think they're going to be on the... Actually, I'm probably not going to play them. Because I don't know if they're going to be on the deluxe yet. But I sincerely hope you enjoyed. This is just like such a wonderful album for us, and I hope you learned something. The vocal processing, yeah, take that away from it. Use Maximus on your master. It works. I don't know any knowledge about anything. I didn't watch tutorials growing up about music, and I quite literally just like taught myself how to make music. So yeah, come see us on tour. This is going to be really fun to perform live, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Enjoy yourself.